Hi, welcome back to FTW. This is Nat, your host. I am back again with the first show we ever started watching in FTW, Fleabag. So before we continue, I want to tell you a little bit about where I've been, what has been going on in my life, because I have been absent a little bit. I have traveled to Japan for a concert. A band that I really liked is doing a comeback tour. So if you're by any chance interested in that content, this is my YouTube channel where I talk all about that, about music and my trip to Japan and whatnot. But before we continue with Fleabag, I wanted to share with you, I binged a show that was recommended by my dear sister, and I am excited to announce that this is gonna be the first poster that we're gonna add to the FTW wall, because as you know, my intro has all of the posters of my favorite movies and shows that I watched throughout my life, but this is actually the first poster that I'm gonna add because it's the first show that I finished in FTW. So let's do the grand reveal. It's there. So if you're interested in checking out, you haven't yet, this is Jury Duty. Like I said, it was recommended by my sister. I have all of the chapters reactions on YouTube, and I also have the uncut versions on my Patreon. So if you're interested in watching the show along with me as I discover what the hell is going on Jury Duty, this is where you can check that out. We left off on Fleabag with our protagonist stealing a statue that was her kind of stepmom's, and also her brother-in-law hitting on her. We discovered her dad has like no emotional intelligence at all. She's kind of dating a guy, but she's being really mean to him, and he's kind of a douche. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind about him yet. And then we also learned that her best friend unalived herself by mistake, which is also really weird. So that's kind of what we know about her. Yeah, and also her sister and I have this weird relationship where her sister reaches out and she kind of puts a wall up, and also that's her father when she tries to reach out. And also they have no relationship whatsoever with her mom. Oh, and she also had a boyfriend when we met her, and the relationship they had was toxic. It was like he was writing songs and he was like, we could say nurturing, I guess, but it was like a weird dynamic. I don't think that was a healthy dynamic that they had. Without further ado, let's find your snack, take a seat, and let's watch Jury Duty. No, it's not Jury Duty. Fleabag Season 1, Episode 4.
No one can hold a map in their head.
I can't.
I can.
I can feel you judging my driving.
I'm not judging your driving.
I don't know how to
Go
drive.
the handle then. You said 3 turnings.
No, I missed one. Mindful. Oh God, farm. There it is. I was right.
I hate being co-pilot. I hate being pilot.
Not the
I
lesbian
don't like...
App for Grindr is called Twat Now. Don't make this fun.
What is happening? But why is she crying?
I just sometimes need you not to...
Take the piss.
Don't finish my sentences.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it is. You shouldn't... Yeah.
I'm okay.
You shouldn't be driving.
Fucking psycho.
Agree.
Dad really splashed out this time.
Oh.
Must be about just Mother's Day.
Oh, we're not supposed to talk at all. It's a silent retreat.
It's a silent retreat.
Come on.
I mean, just wait.
Probably gonna think we're a couple. Yes?
I'm gonna die here. Fucking forever.
Welcome.
A monk.
Thank you so much. Really wonderful.
I hope after this weekend you'll feel...
Do you have Wi-Fi?
No. Everyone has to share here. It's part of the communal. Hope you have a restful weekend.
You too. Don't touch my stuff.
What are these for?
Nothing.
Why would you bring such tiny batteries? You didn't have to ask for a separate room. If you want to have a wank, I can give you some space.
Oh my god.
They have this dynamic. Oh my god.
You're a genius.
Always know where the reserves are.
Welcome to the female-only Breath of Silence retreat. Women don't speak.
Sorry, I think I meant to be at, that one.
That was another retreat?
Dear, why are you here?
I want to shut the noise out and reconnect to my inner thoughts on the road to feeling more at one with myself.
Excellent attitude.
Yeah,
This weekend
she's
is
full of
about-
crap.
It's about leaving your voice in your head. Think of it as a thought prison in your mind.
That is just so against the whole idea of a silent retreat. No, that was weird.
No matter what happens, a word must not be heard.
I was gonna say, I'm curious since the first slut yell. And why are they in silence and they are being taught to yell?
Your upbringing, your experiences with women. Now is the time to turn that around.
To be the better man.
This is Patricia. Now, Patricia earned a promotion at work.
What should we not say when we meet her?
Oh,
Who'd you blow to get that job?
Okay.
Slut. What should we say to her?
Well done, Patricia.
Very good. Well done, Patricia.
Please leave.
Perv. Slut.
Slut!
that one has the...
Excuse me, miss. You can't be here.
Look each other in the eye and touch.
Literally her worst nightmare.
Why doesn't she like touch?
Are you all right? It's nothing.
Wink.
Stop stealing my thing.
Have fun.
It's actually a really thoughtful present. Thank you. And Martin getting me that sculpture. He must have bent over backwards to get something like that.
I stole that sculpture from a certain somebody's studio, but Martin took it and gave it to you.
Right.
Oh, I thought she was gonna say the other part.
Claire.
Oh no, don't wake me up like that.
The sooner we get out.
Think of something you can't let go of. Now, a moment when you were peaceful.
No, seriously, there's nothing wrong with your nose.
I can't do hot things.
We've paid them to let us clean their house.
Do you have a problem with the program? I suggest you try sitting here in silence for the next hour.
I mean, they didn't choose to
Will
go there.
benefit you. I swear by my soul.
Don't swear by your soul. I would just leave.
I went through your bag. I couldn't find anything, so you're just going to have to tell me what's going on with you.
I got the Finland promotion. I'm turning it down.
What?
Why?
Martin says it would be unfair on Jake.
Jake's her stepson. He's really weird, and he's got this thing about trying to get in the bath with her.
No, no.
Oh, he's
Jake, no.
an adult.
He's 15. Don't let other people get in the way of what you really want.
Agree.
Finland is what you really want.
Agree.
My husband is my life.
Your husband tried to kiss me on your birthday.
Boop. There he goes.
Did he?
It's never gonna be a great time to tell her, but she had to. Even more so when he's the one standing in the way of her dream. What do they keep yelling sluts? And why is it right next to them?
Sorry, Patricia. Better men. Yeah? Well done. Good work.
Thought I recognised you. So you're doing the whole silent escape thing. I touched a colleague's breast. They asked me to go on a workshop. They keep asking me, what do you want from this workshop? I want to move back home. I want to hug my wife. I want to apologise.
I just want to cry all the time.
sister. I can't come to the phone right now.
Oh.
Someone should probably disconnect that.
So that was the 4th episode of Fleabag. That was actually a pretty interesting episode. It was like a good change of pace because the last episode that we watched was pretty packed with things, right? They were trying, it was the sister's birthday. They were trying to get a present. Then her husband made a move on her and all of that. And this one, they were stuck in this place that they didn't want to be together. And though it allowed them to kind of connect, they still have this kind of strange relationship between them, the two sisters. And I find that she's always having this memory of her friend Boo, you know, so fresh and so like a comfort to her. But it's, you know, she was saying, I want to cry all the time. I feel like the memory of Boo is just, it's just doing more hurt. It's just hurting her more than it's helping her cope or heal. I feel like she's stuck, you know? And I was actually surprised by the moment that she exchanged with the guy from the bank, which we met, I think it was episode 1, when she went to apply for the loan. You know, they had the mishap of her pulling her top and just being in her underwear and him calling her slut. But now we learn that he was the one that was having HR complaints because of harassment and is made to go to this retreat or workshop. And it's so funny, and at the same time it doesn't surprise me how the two sides are meant to face whatever turmoil is going on within them, right? The men are taught to get it out, you know, get it out of your system, and then kind of learn basic, really basic decency on how to treat other people. Good job, Patricia. Like, that's not even, you know, it's just. So the men are taught to yell, get there on the system, kind of like an exorcism I was mentioning back then, you know, and you can hear them screaming slut since the episode began. And then you have the women, and they are taught to remain silent and to create a prison within their skull to trap their thoughts. It's literally a depiction of how society expects us to handle the things that are happening within us, right? Because the men are encouraged to take out the aggression, even though the workshop is there to teach them, you know, to, in a safe space, get their aggression out and then understand what can and cannot be said to, let's say, women, specifically in this example. But at the same time, they are encouraged to express themselves. They're not shamed for it. Even though they are in a workshop where they're gonna work on it, they're not shamed for it because they have these specific spaces and activities and exercises where they get to do that. But then the women are just literally expected not to say a word, to do so many like chores around the place. And then they have a single board to communicate whatever it is that is going through with them. And when the sisters were not behaving, quote unquote, they were called out and kind of nagged about it. I don't know. It's just like, I totally get the commentary. That's what I'm saying. I get the commentary on reality and society and the expectations that are put on men and women. I just find it interesting the way that they went about it. I was also surprised on how good the exchange between the bank man and her was. That was a really good scene. The fact that he's a mess, the reason why he's trying not to be a mess is because he wants to go back to his life and to actually be with his wife and do menial things and just go to ordinary routine. And that's actually, it's interesting. And I love when shows and movies do this. They paint a character and you could have, thought that he was, a misogynistic man because of the way he behaved in that one episode that he showed up. And then just now recognizing him a couple episodes later, you could be like, I think I was that person, right? Like, this dude, what does he want? Why is he around? And then you get to listen to him, and the fact that he didn't want to share that with the rest. That also gives you a window into how toxic masculinity works, because the stuff that I was just mentioning now about the aggressiveness and the yelling and all of that, those are traits that are associated with masculinity from a toxic perspective, right? Like, be a man, and this is what a man is like, and this is what a man is not like. So the fact that he is not comfortable telling the people in the workshop why he's trying to do this, what is his ultimate goal, which is literally to reconnect and to make peace and to kind of rebuild his life. That's just a human desire. It's not something that a man has to be allowed to feel, or a woman has to be allowed to feel, or anybody else has to be allowed to feel. And then we can move on to the sisters dynamic. The father sending them to that retreat is just cherry on top for that father. Probably the show will prove me wrong, but he sucks. So far, until I'm proven wrong, he does. He just sucks. It's annoying. Like Mother's Day, and he's sending them to a silent retreat when they have to do chores. I think by mistake, just by chance, it got them to a place where they could actually kind of talk about it. But I don't think it was the retreat that was doing any of that. I think it was just that they were in close quarters, And the older sister was clearly upset, and the younger sister wanted to be there for her. Obviously, her defense mechanism and her first wall is always humor or teasing. And even though I can be like that as well throughout my life, I've learned to be more sensitive and kind of turn that off in certain scenarios, because before, when I was younger, I would be like that 24/7, jokes all the way, right? Like joking, teasing. But as I got older, I started to appreciate deeper conversations that are not rooted in irony. Vulnerability is super powerful. I am without doubt somebody that will prioritize being there for somebody and having meaningful conversations than jokes. And that's just me. And I feel like that's not her. I'm happy that she told her sister about her husband. Like I said, there was never going to be a good time to tell her, but the fact that he is impacting her decisions regarding her dreams and her lifelong dreams, I think it's good to paint a more realistic picture of who he is. I don't know how Claire will take that on, how she will manage that, but at least it didn't seem that she was upset with her sister. So I actually appreciate that, because there's this saying which is like, don't shoot the messenger, right? So maybe some therapy for all of this family would probably do some good. Okay, that's gonna be it for me for this episode of Fleabag. I really enjoyed this one. Like I said, it was definitely a change of pace, but it was a welcome change of pace. Let me know what you thought. How did you like this episode? And I'm just gonna ask you to please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like I mentioned before, I'm watching some other shows in my channel. I've already completed Jury Duty, and we're continuing with Fleabag and Doctor Who. So if you like that, or you'd like to comment and recommend any other shows, I'm totally up for it. I enjoy watching and discovering new things with you guys, and I hope you stick around for more. See you on the next one. Bye.